Hello everyone, welcome to Elliottwave.com YouTube channel. Today is February the 1st. So after the FOMC meeting here, so let's see if there's any new data. This is the chart of the Nikkei for the chart of the day today, 60 minutes time frame. We can see we ended with 3 over here at 37014 and now pulling back in the wave 4. Now we can see in the subdivision here. So we are looking for a W here as a zigzag, and then X is in the form of a flat. This is an expanded flat, A, B, C, and then now looking for the downside. So if you look at the channel drawing trend line, so you can see that this entire rally versus this, they are two different cycles, right? Because this one you can argue is within the same cycle because it seems to be still within the same channel, right? Within the same channel. Now this one is totally different channel, and you got a marginal low here below this low. So technically this is incomplete sequence, guys. Technically it's an incomplete structure. You got a lower low without reaching the 100% extension yet, after making this marginal low, and after making this marginal low, instead of extending to the downside to reach the 100%, it rally higher. But this is what we call an expanded flat. Now even though it rallied higher because of this marginal low, it still seems to be incomplete, and therefore while below 37,014 we can see more downside within the Y leg, right? So the potential target on the downside in this case is measured by the 100% extension, but instead of using W, the B here and the W is almost the same, so it really doesn't matter that much. You can either use this one or this one. I'm just going to use this one. So I'm considering this is my first leg and this is my second leg, and you're going to be looking at a possible target to 34,259, 35,082. Right now, because this is a wave 3 and overall the Nikkei continues to make a higher high, and this is actually the new high, 3714, this is by no means considered to be bearish, right? It is a pullback, considered to be a pullback in the shorter cycle, and if it does extend lower, then this will be the next support zone for the Nikkei, 35,082, 34,259, and then from here we could see either a new high from here or at least some sort of three-ways reaction higher. Now another thing that you want to look at is whether or not you can try to label this as a 5 waves, whether it's diagonal or an impulse, because you know, the time that you can label it as a 5 waves, then basically you can say, well, we are starting a new bearish impulse because it's a 5 waves, and this become wave 3, and if it is wave 3 it can go to 1.618. That's another way to look at it. But if you look at this structure here, right, it does not look like an impulse. First of all, I don't think it looks like an impulse, right? Now you might say, well, what about a diagonal? A diagonal also is a little bit difficult to label as a diagonal. As you might say, well, can I label this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now you might say, well, the thing is, what is the subdivision of the 1 and the 3 and the 5, right? Because it is also very overlapping, and this one is kind of this one is difficult, guys, to label it as a it's just not really easy, so to speak, to label it as a 5 swing, because this one also doesn't look like a wave 4 anymore. If you look at the RSI, you can see over here and how this is doesn't look like for example, I cannot label this 1, 2, 3 and then the 4 is like this, right? If this is a price, right, if this chart is a price chart, I wouldn't be labeling it like that. So it doesn't look to me like it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so I think this entire structure ended here. And so what that means is it's hard for me to label this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, because this is a 3 swings down here. This looks like five waves. So you cannot have a 5 waves down ending 1, 2, and then 3 swing down ending 3, 4 and then 5 swing down ending 5. So to me, the entire structure is better counted as a correction, this leg down here, instead of anything like a 5 swing or 5 waves impulse. So if you guys agree that this leg here is better counted as a correction, then no matter what, most likely if it reaches here, you might most likely you're gonna get some sort of support, because if as long as this is not an impulse, this will have less risk to develop into a wave 3 and break below 1.618, right? As long as this is a correction, this structure over here, and which I do think it is more likely to be a corrective structure than an impulse or a 5 swing diagonal. Okay, so bottom line is, as long as we stay below 37,014, we get a chance to extend lower into this area, right? This is the next area, 34,259, 35,082, where we can find support over there. Okay, so that's the update for today, and as always, if you want to get more updates on indices, forex, commodities, stocks, ETF, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial. The link is in the description of the video. I'll see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.